Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Penn Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To throw, it's Clinton. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The inside handoff. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Quick strike complete.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Working that left side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Holds it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback...
Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hawkeye. A great catch and run for 6. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Clinton. Picked off, what a play to set him up.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. The give on the inside. Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and we'll see if they go for it here. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Clinton. They're working that left side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. Turning it on. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to throw, it's Clinton. Using the quick game. Open space at the 25. Passed it, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And what an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
Back to pass. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Iowa!
Really nice nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Looking downfield, it's Clinton. Makes the grab on the left.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go back to the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Got him downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Gets it out fast. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Plows through the defense. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Clinton. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets and the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes. This is a gamble. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
At the 35, he's got room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Extending the play. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Way too close to punt. Way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Off play action on first down. Unloads it left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Now improvising. Slings it downfield. Working on the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Dropping back, it's Clinton. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Unloads quickly. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can
looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Unleashes one. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, you coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A first down run on the doorstep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got him. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They're working that left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Runs through a tackle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Caught near the sticks. It's Randall. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Clinton. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Looking for a man. It's Clinton. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going for the big play. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Iowa has the ball back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the returner will be brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Clinton. Lofts one high and deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick handoff. Can't get him to the ground. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago. Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They're setting up the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Right on the money. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a third and long. The give to the back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to pass, it's Clinton. Working that left side now. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and